Well, welcome back to my jbird. And this is remembering 1976 and 1977 when I first learned to play chess, did my theory, my openings, and I still play the same way today. My old, my new, molding things together, recreating things. But this one here, I'm in black, and it's called jbird, nightbird, knights 88 to bot 1800. No errors, no assistance, no help of any kind to beat this bot. This is game 16. And let me take you back to 77. This one's pretty cool. It's 1800, and let's get this down to this one. E4, D6, D4, E6, F3, D7. Now, I do normally you always see, but I go into J-Bird first, though. Let's go on. Normally, if I was going Nightbird, the knight would be here first, and then this bishop are the two number one moves. But this case, I'm going into J-Bird. So after D7, D5, E7. There's the J-Bird since 1977. This with these two this pawn and this pawn. I created this opening, won with it. My first game I ever won with it. My first creation of an opening, and to win with it. And it's still with me to this day. And then we'll see how some of this theory goes. After E7, H3, I pass, E5, C3, A3, B3. Now, normally back in the day, I don't remember pulling the piece back to put another piece up. Even though we discussed it, I already said it, so from the begin with, but I don't know if normally it was always move one piece and then move to one side was the biggest thing back then. But I did say you can move the pieces either way to either side. So it was said, but I don't think I did this way that much. I have other videos where I did show you there's some maybe a higher level game that I played, and I did this. But anyway, C8, D3, into the knight's bird, D7. Because I went this way. I still don't know what he's doing here. I have no idea what he's doing. So this bought me some time, because this sealed up like this buys me a little time to find out what's going to happen here. After D7, E3, B6, E2, and now still, I got to be careful. Watch. I think this pawn goes up. Watch. See if I'm right. H6. Yes, you see. Now you just go easy. Let's see what he does. After H6, he castles. Now you know what he's doing. F8, into the knight's 88. After F8, D1, D7, back into the J-Bird. A3, G5. Now it seems like I'm in my standard game here, where the knights are over here, but normally it's a nightbird, but now it's in a J-Bird. But we shifted around. And another thing, I want to tell you another thing. That queen should be here for like this when this all goes. I picked this up. They fixed their bots, and right now the bots ain't playing like they used to be in the last year. Now I've been playing this. They're getting harder. The 1900's playing like 2200. 2200's playing like 24, 25. The 25s are playing like 27. No, I'm dead serious when I say that. There's way too many tactics it's doing. It's really bad right now. But I thought it was me, but now when I started using assistance on the games and to find out what's really going on, no, they're fixing their programs. And like I said, I got a video where the 2200 plays the 2800, the 2200 took it to the 28 to the end. No, I know what's going on here. After G5, H1, G6, B4, F4, D2, takes E2. Now, you take the bishop because, for one, you came all the way down here. Two, it's not going to, no bishop over here to help him. After e2 takes e2, I go c8 because I plan on pushing this pawn. After c8 goes d3, I go g4. Well, you can't pass, I take your knight. So now it's pinned. So after g4, takes g4, takes g4, h2, f3, takes f3, g5. He goes c1. I go d8, e2, f6, f4, takes f4, takes f4, takes f4, h3. I push f3, g3, f4, f5, check, h4, g1, e7, takes f3, I castle. Find my opportunity to castle. Okay, after castle, he pushes b5, a5, f4. I go f8. He goes h5. I go g5. If you take, I'm going to put this pawn up here. He takes g5, takes g5, g2, f5, a4, f4. I don't know. I think it's a kind of mistake, but then again, there's enough pieces to trade them all off. Well, with these two rooks like this, and a pass pawn, I don't know. I'm not no grandmaster, but anyway, after f4, f1, f3 check, because now the pawn actually helps me get him in a checkmate because of g1, h7, d4, and we'll come back to this. You say you go here, but then I just push this pawn up. He's not going to have enough time. The bad thing is he left his pawn get passed after d4, h8, g3, g6, and still, even if he comes back, I still I can push the pawn. After g6, b1, he just moves over there, f4, f1, h1, h1 takes, h1 takes, and that's the game. All right, let's go back over this quick. And you see basically my style, and I just showed you the jbird. That's what I created. And like I said, jbird investigated it. There was like 100 moves or so back in the 70s. And he found that there was the two knights and not the two bishops. And also it would push the pawn up here too. They called that the hippo or whatever, but this is the jbird, and it wasn't in no books back in the 70s. I to this day I'd like to find that old book from the biggest book back in the 70s that had the 100 moves in it, and all I believe it, but it was always a mystery to me because it's short-lived, and I didn't play chess no more. And every year that went by after me and him were done, it was terrible. And I decided to move that back and then move the shuffle the pieces around. Like I told you before, start trying to use your theory in the back ranks and and then see what's going to happen here too at the same time. And then after the knight's bird, I go to knight's 88, back into jbird. He castled. Now the attack starts. And it goes like this. Obviously, you don't take, I'll take your knight, or I'm going to take the pawn. The game goes like this. I forced him around a castle. He didn't take that pawn either, so the game could have went different. I don't know what. Maybe some more check. I I don't know. Maybe I would just run it over anyway. And then with that queen there like that, let's see. There's a lot involved. Nope, I didn't want to take it. I'll take it that way, oh. See, and I guess here's another thing. He didn't want to take it, then I would have took. This is a whole nother, that's a whole nother game right there in itself. But this is how it went. Now you say, well, why not just go right here? Let's say he went here instead. Well, I'm going to go like this. And then he's going to jump his knight like he said he was anyway. And then I'm going to go like this anyway. So what's he going to do? I go like that. Let's say he tries to run. And then I'm still going to go like this. Let's say he's still trying to... Oh, he can't. Oh, oops, I'm sorry. It's checkmate anyway. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm terrible. So he had to... No matter what, he was getting a checkmate no matter what. So he went here. So it looks like he was going to get... because of that pawn. He should have got rid of that pawn. But this is how the game went. I think I had the game sooner than that. That's game there, but wait a minute. What happens? He went here. I went here. Oh, if I go and I go again, he'd just take it. I didn't have enough. So the game had to go like this. Oh, as soon as he moved away, he ended it. He walked away from it. Because I guess it was going to be a check no matter what. Or a fork check. Look. See? Nope, but this is how the game went. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that one. I mean, chess is a tough game to play. And I'm randomly pricking through, and this is one of the ones I picked out for you. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We're going to have some more remembering 1976 and the 77.